Bleeding Edge, a game you definitely don't want to sleep on. So last weekend I spent the majority of it playing the Bleeding Edge beta, and I had a great time. And to be completely honest with you, going into this game, seeing the trailers for the last couple of weeks, hearing about the game when they first launched it and announced it, didn't get me that excited. Now I know Ninja Theory is known for their action games with Heavenly Sword, with DMC, with Hellblade, and they are amazing at those gameplay mechanics. So I pretty much knew going in that the actual core gameplay, the feel of your character and everything would feel great, but that's not why I wasn't excited. I just wasn't really into the whole MOBA style, action brawler style of game, so Bleeding Edge didn't really have my attention until I played the beta. I was extremely pleasantly surprised with just how fun this game was, just how well it actually works with all of the different characters. And I would say that it's not really an Overwatch clone whatsoever. It's third person, first of all, but the way that the game actually plays is kind of different. I mean, it's not something that you're gonna go into and be able to use your first person shooter skills in order to dominate in any round. Where it does get similar to Overwatch is the team strategy and the overall strategy you need to employ with the characters that you select, the type of characters on your team, and how each ability is used. And this is really where Bleeding Edge excels. If you go into this game, you need to know that you need to have a good team in order to succeed. You can't go in there thinking you're going to play solo and have any fun. That is the one thing about Bleeding Edge, and that is what I think really makes it great. It is 100% a team-based game, and there's absolutely no way you are going to succeed going off on your own, which I think is going to be vital to know going forward, because in this beta there wasn't too much mic communication, and that made it a little bit challenging for some of my games that I played. But indie games, even without mic communication, where you could tell that the team understood how to play and understood how to deploy the different characters, use their skills, and work together to win the objective and to defeat the other team, made the game one of the best online multiplayer experiences I've had in a very long time. One important thing about video games that really captures my attention, and the ones that do it well are a hit for me, are the ones that the actual game itself doesn't make you bad, it's your skill that makes you bad. And Bleeding Edge is one of those games. Like, for example, obviously if you're very good at first person shooters and you're good at Modern Warfare, you will be better than the majority of the players out there. But there's so many things in Call of Duty, like connection, like hit detection, little things that sometimes glitch, which make you die or don't make you succeed as well as possible. In Bleeding Edge, there really isn't any of that. If you play well as a team, you're going to win, and if you don't, you're going to lose, and your strategy will definitely determine how well you do. The character design, the sound design, the graphics, and everything about the game is extremely engaging and extremely well done. You can see there was a lot of heart put into this game, and every character is unique. Even characters that you start off to play with who you think are overpowered, like for example, I believe I started playing with Buttercup for a bit, and I thought her hook was overpowered, and I thought, wow, they really need to nerf this character. It's way too easy to hook people. And then I started to play with her a little bit more and realize how easily she can be countered, and the balance between the different characters was really a win in my books. I didn't feel like there was any character that overpowered another, and that there was always a counter to everyone's attack. Whether this was speed, whether this was stunning, whether this was throwing up a shield or a wall, there was always a way you could counter an enemy, and there was always a strategy that you could deploy which would help you succeed in the game. And when you think of it, it kind of is like a MOBA. Games like League of Legends, games like Dota have taken off and have millions and millions of fans who love those games. And this is almost along those lines. Now, obviously you don't buy items in game or anything like that, but there is a section outside of the game where you can upgrade your character, upgrade their certain abilities and like how much damage they do, how far some of their abilities reach by a certain percentage. So there is that, and that was what I find really cool with Bleeding Edge, is that you're playing it and you're not only upgrading your overall level, you're actually upgrading the level of each character that you play, where you can then upgrade their abilities and have a playstyle for each character that best suits the way that you play. So Bleeding Edge is definitely a game that if you're into these team style hero shooters or hero battlers or brawlers or whatever you want to call it, you should definitely keep an eye out for. I think it's going to fly under the radar for a lot of people, especially if they don't have Xbox Game Pass and they want to check it out. I would definitely highly recommend checking it out because it's going to be available on PC as well. So Bleeding Edge, a game you should definitely keep your eyes open for. It is a ton of fun. I'm really hoping going forward that they add in some sort of ranked mode, competitive mode, because I think this is one that if they play their cards right, if they really get all of the potential out of it, it could be one of those esports that gets pretty big, one of those games that gets big on Twitch, one of those games that you start getting lots and lots of professional gamers wanting to try out and play. I really do think it is one of those. So they need to get a ranked game in mode. I know they said that it won't be in there right away and they're working on it, but they need to really focus on that. And I think by doing that, it's going to make the community for Bleeding Edge really big. Anyways, guys, I just wanted to share some of my thoughts on this game, because I really hope that if you haven't checked it out when they do release it in March, that you do check it out just to give it a chance. Just give it a chance. I'm sure you'll find something that you like about it. And I mean, if you hate it, not a big deal, especially if you have Game Pass, you just download it and it's right there. So thank you all for watching. In the comments below, I would really love to know your thoughts on Bleeding Edge. I'd love to get a discussion of the characters that you like, the characters that you disliked, the levels that you like. Out of those two objective game modes, which one did you like more? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new to this channel, and I'll catch you in the next video.